giving chase.
Land.
Aren't you running back? Look at us turn the ball over and don't run back.
On a night where the Phoenix Suns wanted to give their fans a sweet present, Luka Doncic came into town being the Grinch who stole Christmas and lit them up for a 50-piece, making it look like an easy walk in the park. Luka put up an amazing stat line of 50 points, 15 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 blocks, all while shooting 60% from the field and 50% from deep, knocking down 8 of his 16 threes. It was truly marvelous, but if that remarkable stat line wasn't enough, Doncic made history this night joining the 10,000 career points club, and only the names of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, Kevin Durant, and Carmelo Anthony all did this before turning 25 years old. This 50-point night put Doncic in the Mavericks history book as well, as he now has the most 50-point games of all the other Dallas Mavericks combined in NBA history. Yeah, you heard me right, even more than Dirk, even more than all them greats. Yes, Luka has 6 of them and that puts him at the top. So as you can see, the stats tell most of the story, but let's really break down how Luka Doncic totally obliterated the Suns. In the first quarter alone, Luka generated 26 points for the Mavs, while the Suns as a whole only dropped in 24 points, and it's finds like this where Lively slips the screen and is wide open on route to the basket, where Luka looks him off just eyeing the corner man, so this makes Booker stop in his tracks for just a split second, but it's just long enough to where now Doncic can bullet this pass down low and Lively can slam it home. With all the attention Luka attracts, this leaves Grant Williams to dive down low as the Suns double Luka above the 3-point line, but if we rewind this back, I want you to take a look at what happens to the defense in this moment. Since there are 2 guys on Luka, this allows Grant to flow freely, so not only does this open up Jaden Hardy since Grayson Allen slid down, but since Grant continues to dive in even deeper into the paint, this makes Booker shift all the way over to take away this pass, which in turn opens up Exum in the opposite corner. So doing what Luka does best, he looks as if he's going to pass it down to Williams, but just fooling the defense, he zips it all the way across court to Exum, and now he can attack the closeout to go through down the 2-handed dunk. By not telegraphing his passes, it makes it hard for the defense to anticipate where Luka is going to send the ball, which makes this defense stay on their toes at all times. To try and throw him off, the defense will try and do an aggressive blitz instead of a soft one, but with his poised and rather calm energy, Luka is able to stay relaxed, use his height to see over the defense, and as Eubanks thinks his pass is going straight down to Lively, Doncic says, "I have something for you," and wham! He dimes up Exum in the corner for what? The money ball. These double teams open up countless opportunities for Luka to find the open man, as when he comes off this high screen, he could place it right in between the defenders to lead Exum into an easy bucket, but by dragging the ball out further, it pulls Eubanks out to him above the 3-point line, so now Grayson Allen has a late switch on a Derek Lively, and with a very short window of time to place it right in the pocket, as you can see the back line of defense is hunting this, Luka says, "That ain't no problem, I'm QB1, and dishes it right to Lively on the money for the warm-up lay. With all this action that's centered around Doncic, the opposing team's defenders can tend to get caught ball watching at times, and trust me, you don't want to get caught lacking for even the slightest moment, because once you do, well, here comes these lobs right over the top of you, and you'll be surely getting yelled at in the film room for plays just like this. A true master of deception, and a chemist Luka is when it comes to his playmaking on the court. But once you let the floodgates of the Luka magic open up, well, here's where he rains terror on your defense, really and truly looking unguardable. It must be something Luka has out for the Suns, because turning defense into offense happened multiple times in his game, leading to easy buckets on the other end of the floor. First, we see a 2-on-1 where Phoenix should have easily converted, but instead, Luka is able to get a hand in there to intercept this pass, and just when you think the other guys on the team would pick up the bona fide star of the Dallas Mavericks who's calling for it with aggression, they simply just leave him wide open, and his bombs away from deep. Just putting all his efforts out there on the court, Luka gets up to block this shot, which is something we don't really get to see often. And this time the defense does do a good job of getting back on him, but at this point, Luka is already in the zone, and he's just having fun torturing his victims. Like for real, Luka was nailing tough shots on the Suns all night long, and it didn't matter who they put on him, he was bound to knock down a shot. Even when coming off these screens, the Suns would send a double at him, but he showcased no care in the world for this and still proceeded to knock down the highly difficult 25-footer. You might not believe me, but at one point in the game, it truly looked as if the Suns were giving up, as no one even attempted to step out on Luka after coming off the screen, and as the ball drops through the net, you can see all the Phoenix Suns players looking at each other in disbelief as Frank Vogel comes on the court to put his team in timeout. Unstoppable. Unstoppable is the only word to describe this performance, because even when he's being hounded by the defense, Luka is still able to comfortably step back into this 3-pointer, and the rest is history. The Phoenix Suns just couldn't scheme up anything to stop him. If they tried to double him on his route to the basket, we'll skip to Malu after the hezzy. Luka can slice right through to go kiss it off the glass with the left hand. And then if you try and gamble for the steal on the entry pass, well, joke's on you, as Doncic can spin right off towards the basket, and just when you think KD will be in position to stop him, Luka stays away from Durant with his stop and pop for the short midi type floater. I honestly don't know how many times I have to say it. Luka Doncic is truly on another level right now, and this year he will surely win the MVP. Past years he hasn't won it due to the overall team success, but as you can see, the Mavericks are clicking on a whole nother level, and they're doing this without their other star player in Kyrie Irving. You can tell this team isn't the same slow-paced, half-court, offensive-minded team from years prior, as they have ramped up their playstyle and have put the right pieces around Luka Doncic to elevate the Dallas Mavericks completely. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, as I know the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic did. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading over to watch this Kevin Durant analysis. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.